Hey guys, it's Twisty,
See first.
and this is joined by Baba. And once again, we just got finished seeing the second episode of the new show Revolution on NBC. And it's the one right after the pilot, that's why it's called 2. We are so smart. We're going to start off tonight with the characters, because there's a lot of characters in the show, but we're going to focus on a few of them tonight, because they all seem really interesting. First, I'm going to start off with Grace. Grace is somehow another, not related to Ben, but somehow another associated with Ben. We know that because Ben mentions her by name. And the fact that she has, electricity. So somehow she's important.
Yep, she has a computer.
And so we don't understand fully why she does have a computer, why she's this, but we know that she's something. We just don't know what. Baba mentioned her as saying pretty much, who the heck is Grace chatting to?
Yeah, that was the other thing. We just wanted to know who she was talking to.
Yeah, nothing else. Just who she's talking to. Yeah.
Another character we wanted to talk about was the mom that is supposed to be dead.
Stay dead. I think that's a rule for characters. If you're dead, you have to stay dead. Quit popping up and trying to not be dead anymore. Then we want to talk about Monroe. Monroe, Sebastian, Bass. We finally get to Bass. Spelled the same, only not smelled the same. He is introduced into the show. We already knew him by name, but now we can see his face. I was less impressed than what I thought I was going to be. I
thought it was going to be hot or have a scar or something.
Something that says, I have been scorned. And I was like, I'm just a guy.
Down the street.
Hi.
Let's go for ice cream.
Then there's Nora. I did like her character. She seemed a little cutthroatish,
a little thievish. So, I'm using your word.
I know. And so she was fun. I did like Nora. The introduction of her. And possibly a little sexual tension, which even Baba mentioned. A little something going on between Uncle Miles and her. Most likely Dove, probably so. But
there's also Maggie, the British chick, or Australian chick, or whatever she is.
Right. Wherever she came from to wherever she is and however she got here, we don't know. But she talks like this, so.
Her iPhone full of children.
So, yeah. Which sounds creepy when you say it like that. Not the iPhone of children.
The iPhone of
and if only she had electricity, now they're trapped forever. That's awful. And then we have Charlie.
She kind of grew up a little bit. Maybe. Sure.
She killed somebody.
She killed 2 people.
And, I have to agree with Baba. So Charlie became a woman. Congrats on the murder. That's about how we feel about it, too. Charlie, please, at some point in time, become interesting, or we're just going to be like, who's next? Okay. We're just typing and just typing on my computer. Apparently, I'm the one who's the computer. Don't tell nobody. I don't want to know about my computer. Is that somebody coming upstairs? Look, Charlie's disappeared.
These are my babies. This is all I have of them. First walk, first talk, first day at school. I was there in the bushes. I was on the bus. I was taking pictures of them with my iPhone.
I thought we were talking.
Mine!
Okay, moving on to the plot. This time we know that they have been traveling for a little bit of time. Uncle Miles has agreed to go with them, and they are still in search of Danny.
They're trying to get Danny.
Except now we know that Miles is like, we have to go get Nora. We don't know who Nora is, but we have to go find her. And so the whole issue is that Miles gets, well, not captured. We're sort of captured, sort of not. Either way,
he allowed himself to get captured.
It basically comes down to the fact that he gets attacked by a bounty hunter, and Charlie basically says, "No, don't kill him." And the bounty hunter comes back after him with a vengeance, which is the time lapse issue that bothers me so badly. How he got out of that hole too darn fast. I'm just saying.
We're gonna ignore him.
Right. So we're gonna move on because we'll give a shout out to Baba when she says, "Hate the fact they killed Ponyboy from the outside outsiders in the first 5 minutes.
Okay, so she's talking about the bounty hunter, and
Right.
anybody who's seen the outsiders, you also know who we're talking about.
So he pops back up, and Charlie realizes that not everyone in the world is good. He's a bounty hunter, sweetie. You should have realized this from the get-go. But
Thought
then
she would have realized that when they betrayed him, but I guess not.
no. Charlie's retarded. And then, you move on further and you learn that she has actually killed somebody, and then you realize that her mom had killed somebody.
She had to kill another person.
Yeah, it's just
because she got the killing bug.
right. Once it bites you, you just start killing. It's a lot of deaths was in this episode. It's interesting that you see Charlie having to kill someone, whereas you see on the other side where the bad guys are, where one of them died. I think that it was trying to show a parallel there, which I didn't catch until now I'm thinking about it, that they were trying to show a parallel between the fact that the good guys are killing people and the bad guys are burying theirs. So that's kind of interesting. I thought that was, just a little bit of catch up on the plot. We gotta talk about the scenes that we shot earlier, which is just fun. Talking about the biggest hole. Maggie has a breakdown, talking about the iPhone and the kids, with the iPhone trapped full of children, and we don't understand why she really has this breakdown. One, they weren't talking anything about her kids. They offhand mentioned the iPhone in the scene before.
In the previous scene before. And she was like, yeah, whatever, give me my army knife. So everybody's like, okay, whatever.
We'll just ignore it too. It doesn't work, so we don't care. But then later on, we're finding out the things about Maggie, and it's almost like inserted because we need to find out more about this character. Why is she British, and why is she here? And we still don't know why she's here.
But
we just
do know
that
she has an iPhone full of kids.
So I'm still trying to figure this out. Like, why was this mentioned? I'm assuming it's supposed to be important, but right now it just comes off as Aaron even kind of looks at it. If you pay attention, he's kind of like, I thought we were talking about Charlie. Seriously, sweetie, I thought we were talking about Charlie. Anyway.
But it's like, let her have her moment. She's out in the wilderness. She's a female. She's a medicine woman.
And then I want to talk about the other scene we shot was about the man who's preaching. Now, this is only important, and this is really only important, because the man is out there preaching, and NBC gives him these long lines, these lengthy long lines, talking about God and the fact that he took away all of electricity because man placed himself so high, and it's almost like God bringing him down again. Like, the Tower of Babel with the people where they thought they were going to build the Tower to Heaven, and he brings them down by destroying communication. An interesting thing about that, when he actually mentions that in the speech, pay attention, is the fact that if you take away all electricity, what are you doing once again? You're disrupting communication. This is a very intellectual moment where they're talking about this idea of something, powerful, taking away our ability to properly communicate with one another. Interesting. Nice moment, NBC. Nice moment. In my food now, gonna get crumb.
No, I gotta feed my babies. Oh wow, I'm a good shot. Come on, babies, let's go eat.
God created man, and then man created computers. So in a way, God created computers. So God must be punishing man for thinking they know everything. What does all this mean?
Oh look, they got hair on themselves.
All right, moving on to our big question line. We got two big questions. Our first big question of the night is, what do Grace and Ben know that the others don't? This is starting to get a little annoying. One, we see these necklaces that are
the USB port
holders to the
USB,
which is neat because they all look the same. They're all silver and shiny, and we love metallics.
They're cool.
So yeah, I really believe they are an electricity one. But anyway, I'm beginning to wonder what is the connection, and if it is, Aaron mentioning this idea of being man-made. And give another shout out to Kayla when she mentions about Aaron figuring out that it's possible to turn the power back on, since most likely it was man-made, and that he's aware of the absurdity of it. The fact that a person would do this
to the entire world
intentionally is like, what? But then also the idea that, hey, if someone did do it, then there's a chance that we can undo it. If man did it, we should be able to undo what man did. kind of thing.
But then, wouldn't you want to find the person that did it
And just wow
beat
out
the
them. Just
crap out of them?
you know, just think, just they
You
be like,
disrupted my life for 15 years.
right, for only 15 years, and then the government.
Only.
You know, I mean, just, you know, I can't get them back. And thanks a lot. I hate you.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, so I'm a little bit curious to what do they know, and how can they fix it? How can Grace even have electricity? Which makes me think that these USBs must be something more than just information. I want to say there must be.
I believe they're carrying electricity because even the guy that came to get Grace, or the attacker or whatever, had a cattle prod, an electric one. So it's like, I mean, duh, it wouldn't work without electricity.
So I feel like there's something that they're not saying as to why this is even possible. And for once, this isn't usually me. I kind of hope it's not a supernatural angle they're gonna go for. Like I said, I think it'd be cool they just suddenly brought out wizards. But I mean, other than that, I don't. I hope it's not. I hope this will stay scientific, intelligent, and there will be a logical reason for this science fiction world. You know what I'm saying?
Well, you know, wizards and heroin don't mix.
Well, sometimes they do. Just saying. I know a high wizard. Anyway, our next question was, and at what point of survival is so strong that you would kill for food? This is triggered a lot by the flashbacks, because we really enjoyed finally seeing a little bit more about Charlie and learning a little bit more about her mom. And the fact her mom isn't dead. But
irritating.
I really want to kind of know. I mean, what are y'all's opinions on this? Like, I mean, would you kill food if
I would.
If your baby girl over there, she like
if your baby is hungry, of course. I mean, any parent would do what they have to do to feed.
Yeah, I wonder what they were
kind of sound like bears feed their young.
But I mean, it's also really interesting the fact that dad couldn't do it, but the mom could, which shows the mother's instinct, survival and
paternalness right there.
Maternal.
Paternal.
Maternal.
I want to say it with a P. I know P is a father. I want to say it with a P.
Whatever. Anyway, so it's really interesting to really see those maternal instincts that really reach out and are trying to protect her young. Wow, make me say young. Really try to protect her child, and
they're animals.
And she shoot a person over food.
But I mean, think about it though. If the world has just lost all electricity, everything that was refrigerated is about to go bad. Everything with preservatives in them will last, but like the meat and stuff will eventually go bad too. You have to. It's the survival instinct. It's where it's like, okay, I have to take care of me and 2 other people, and I need to make sure that I have enough to do that. As other than that, it's like your children will be the first to die.
Right. So I mean, I don't understand. But another thing I don't understand: why can't people just plant some seeds and grow some vegetables?
That's because
not everyone is Amish. I know.
They live.
Thank you, Mom. We one day the people will learn that the Amish are the ones who's going to rule this world because they're like, hey. We got this, y'all. We got this.
Actually, yes, they probably will. So when the electricity went out, they were probably fine.
Like, Anyway, I just went on back to work. So, thank y'all once again for watching. That's Revolution. Our little review on it. I'm Twisty.
Be fresh.
And this was Baba. Sweet life. And so, thank you guys for watching. Check out our site. Check out our Revolution page, Revolution Evolution. What's up with that? Think about that. And then catch the next episode coming on Monday night, NBC. Check it out. Don't miss it. Thank you once again for watching. Love you guys.
Bye.